Does this guy have weapons or something in the bedroom? Yeah, of course. Yeah, he has 2 shotguns in the safe and a handgun. Ammunition in there? Yes, there is. Okay, lady, this is probably a job for the local county sheriff's department.
Shot 267. I'm baby girl Benny Polizzi, and today we're going to talk about the time you almost died. These are my favorite podcasts. And I was thinking about this. Nobody has a podcast like this, do they? So thank you for your voice messages. You don't know how much they mean, and they're fire. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that in just a second. But remember to join the Patreon, $5 a month for an extra episode every single week. In a live stream every Sunday night at 10 o'clock. The things we said, the convos we had on the last live stream, I'll never tell, twin. I'll never tell. You just got to join the Patreon and find out. But yeah, $5 a month. That's it. Let's talk, though. How did I almost die? I almost ran off of a mountain. You ever do that? No. But I was driving to California. It's fucking crazy when you drive. Hold on, I got to turn this light on. Fuck. I was driving to California. Driving to California is the most insane thing. Because every time I drive anywhere, it's like 4 hours and all you see is like billboards that say, Jesus is coming back. And other billboards that are like, Tom Raper RVs, this way on the right. And that's it. But driving to California, bro, you actually see some shit. Because when you start going to the West Coast, there's like hills, mountains. I was like, I don't think my mind is equipped. I've never seen anything like this shit in my life, which is so Midwest. But yeah, we were like going up. There were signs that were like, yo, if you spin out of control, like fucking drive up this like part of the road right here. And I was like, damn. I thought my car broke down like 3 times, but it was just like wasn't used to like the terrain. I was like, I can't believe we can drive on these fucking roads. Anyway, so we got all the rest stops are like in the craziest fucking places of all time. There's a rest stop just on the Grand Canyon or some shit. And we're up there and I'm just like, this is a rest stop? And I'm running around on this mountain because I'm excited and my shoes are like kind of untied because your boy's in the car, you know? I'm cozy in the car. That's one thing about me. One thing about me, I'm not wearing jeans and looking good on road trips. I'm wearing whatever I wear to sleep. That's my most comfortable fit. I'm wearing that in the car. It'll be clean and I'm not going to sleep in the night before, but like whatever I wear to sleep, like that's what I'm driving in. Big, like comfortable t-shirt and then like basketball shorts. And Nike Prestos. That's what I had on. My shoes were loose. And I was just running on this mountain. And dude, the mountain stopped. And I didn't know. And I did one of these fucking... And my sister was just like, yo, you almost died for real. And I was like, yeah, I know. So let's keep driving to this mountain that's going to kill us too. That's how I almost died. We got a lot of voice messages. I know there's like 2 other ways I almost died too. Oh, when I was playing college football, there's like this fan in our locker room. Our locker room was like from the Civil War. So there's a fan that was like hanging by a fucking thread, dude. And one of the blades, it literally came off the fan. And here's my locker. I'm like putting shit in my locker. This is in college. And the fan blade goes. And it like impales my locker. And I was like, I thought somebody threw it at me. I was like, dude. But like, good throw. Yeah, that should have probably sliced my head off. But yeah, those are 2 ways I almost died. Let's hear yours. How'd you almost die? Can't wait. Let's hear it.
Well, we went on a cruise, and one of the stops was in Jamaica. There really wasn't much to do, but they had this little like makeshift water park on the beach with these 2 slides. So my siblings and I decided it'd be fun to do that. We get up there, and of course, I'm the first one to go down. I was fine for like the first 2 seconds. And as soon as I hit that first turn, instead of, just like turning slightly, going up a little bit and then going down, my entire ass and legs fly out of this thing. Like, I feel like I'm just going to fly out straight instead of turning onto this beach to my death. Like, there is no way this thing was regulated in any sort of way.
I don't think any.
So afterwards, of course, I had to do it again.
If you're not going to die, you at least got to try to die twice. Come on. Damn. I think every single water slide I've ever seen, I'm like, how aren't people just dying? You know that slide that's at like Kings Island and every other water park ever that's just straight fucking down? That's the most terrifying shit in the world. Just a straight drop. I swear to God, I would die if I went on that bitch. You already know it. How's my ass not flinging off the side of a big ass tube slide? God, water parks are so sexy. Let's keep going.
So I actually died while being born. I came out breech with the umbilical cord around my neck. They had to cut me out C-section style from mom. Side note,
Gang.
My aunt, her sister, was on her OB rotation during her RN program and had to assist while reviving me and my mom. So not almost died, but did die.
Damn. Homie's
that one.
Homie's an angel. Somebody likes getting choked. I feel like that's like 6 out of every 10 people that, everybody I talk to is like, when I was a baby, I came out and my head was literally fucking purple. I'm like, yeah, you and everybody else I know. I feel like a lot of people are almost dying when they're kids. Is that normal? Like, if you didn't almost die, like, get a life. My bitch ass probably almost died. Yeah. Duh. Okay, but your mom's sister was in there dealing with it? Dude, C-section shit. That's some alien stuff, honestly. If an alien came down to the planet and watched someone give birth, they'd be like, "Oh, you're one of us. We come in peace." Because that shit is crazy. They come out with a cord hooked up to them. I'm like, damn, dog. We can't be wireless. We can't have a birth. We can't have a Bluetooth birth. We got to be hooked up still? Auxiliary cord in my fucking stomach? Yeah, if they can't do that, if they're choking them, we got to slice your gut open. Let's keep going.
Time I almost died.
Whoa.
I was driving down the highway and my hood unlatched.
Yeah!
It slammed into my windshield. Luckily, I kind of knew the area and it wasn't that busy. So I just hit the flashers and I just kind of had to slowly get over and end up being safe. But there ended up being some damage to part of the roof that they couldn't really fix. So that shit would leak for the rest of the time I had the car. And so let's just say when girls were riding with me, it didn't take rain for them to get wet. Fuck.
Oh, shit. I think that every time I drive. And I'm not cheering when you guys almost die. Actually, yeah, I am. Because you guys didn't die. We can laugh about it, right? Well, that's what we're going to do. Dude, every time I drive, I'm like, how is the roof of my car not flipping up into the windshield at every second? And if you really watch the roof of your car while you drive, it's like, at least my shit is. Maybe I should sit on that bitch and click it in. My roof should be flying up into my wind. That should be happening 24/7. Yeah, how's it not? Happened to my sister one time. She had to get like rock climbing ropes and like strap her hood down to her. Oh, that's such a fucking high school car. Oh, you just learned how to drive and you're 16? Let's give you the shittiest car ever. Yeah, the windshield's gonna pop up. Makes sense. Everybody's first car, just the biggest shit show. Dude, I swear to God, my transmission was messed up in my first car. I hit a pothole so hard it fixed it. Everybody's first car is if you have a nice car for your first car, you deserve to wreck it.
Milky boy, almost
I
died
love
by
you.
every current tonight. Alright, so when I was a youngin', I climbed on top of a corner glass shelf, and it's basically just a giant piece of furniture that holds china, and it's like all glass on the front. Climbed on top of that with my stuffed Winnie the Pooh animal, and basically the whole thing fell on top of me, blew out the Winnie the Pooh, like all the wind that was in him, and then had tons of glass all over me, a giant scar I still have on my side. Almost died that time, 2.5, and then when I was like, I think I was still a single-digit slut, like 8 or 9, somewhere in that ballpark. May have been a double-digit Donnie, I don't know. Either way,
This guy.
basically went to the beach with my fam, got caught in a riptide, got pulled way out, and then finally was able to grab onto a rock, thank God, on a jetty. My dad ran out there. He almost got caught in the damn thing. Pulled my sister and I out, and still here. Fuck.
Shit. Yeah, if you haven't almost died while in water, you haven't lived. You gotta almost die in a pool. That's just part of life. The amount of times I've been just in a neighborhood friend's pool and almost killed myself, probably 32 times. Am I a bitch? Yeah. But one time, I was in a pool and my friends shut the pool cover while I was underwater. Bro, the way my life flashed above, like, in my head. That's actually going to be a pretty lit way to go out, you know. My life flashed before my eyes. I'm kind of looking forward to that. Like, not in a dark way, but like, you know, I want to see what are we doing up here? What kind of life flash do we got? My life flash before my eyes. It's just going to be like me. All it is me fucking drinking coffee every day. My life flash before my eyes. It's the same thing I did for the last 8 years. Yeah, it's always getting out of the pool, but you're under a raft and you're like, ah! So dramatic. If you haven't died in a pool, don't want to talk.
I did almost die. My appendix bursted, and I was actually at home in my bathtub, and it bursted, and I kind of like half passed out, and then I couldn't feel my legs, and I crawled down the stairs because my phone was down there, my legs couldn't work, so I crawled down the stairs.
Fucking crazy.
And got my phone to call my brother. Luckily, he lives next door, and he had to like pick me up and put me in the car and everything. We went to the ER, and I ended up passing out in the ER room and went straight to surgery, and I was like 2 hours away from dying. It was nuts.
Fuck. Yeah, man. I feel like every person I know has almost literally died because of their appendix. Why can we? Hey, appendix. What do you actually do? You're just a ticking time bomb for people to die? I know at least 13 people that are like, I almost died because of my appendix. Just a suicide bomber in your body, just waiting. I bet when you went to the ER, they were like, is it serious or not? How come, you just have to wait so long in the ER no matter what is happening? I could walk into the ER with all my limbs cut off. They'd be like, it's a 4-hour wait. Appendix. Can we do something about that? Hey, God. Go to heaven. Hey, God, why? Appendixes and armpit hair. What are we doing here? Because nobody likes either. And back hair, too. All hair should be gone. Let's keep going.
Good afternoon, sir.
Wow.
The coolest time that I almost died was after I contracted the coronavirus around Christmas in 2021. And I was living in Dallas at the time. My car was in the shop, so I had a rental car. I was getting paid and had sick leave and all that. So I dropped acid and I drove to Roswell, New Mexico. And,
Dude.
I didn't see any aliens. But at one point in time, I swerved to avoid what seems to be an armadillo of some sort. And the rental car just kind of fishtailed, back and forth on the freeway. And it could have gone south. I didn't wreck or anything, knock on wood. And I didn't kill that armadillo, but I definitely could have died, man.
Oh, man, that happened to me. Honestly. Dude, there's been like 3 people in the last week that have offered me shrooms. Did I say something? Did I do something that was like shroomy? Did I give off mushrooms vibes? Because 3 people have been like, yo, you wanna... They're like harmless, bro. You can like microdose them before we go over there. I'm like, whoa. Do you know how high I would get if I did mushrooms? I'd be high for 3 years. And I'm not buying microdosing. No, dude. Sounds like a scam to me. Scammers know scams. If I ate a mushroom, I would probably die. People would be talking and I would see subtitles come out of their mouth. I'd be like, oh, this is fine. And it's always, people always are doing like shrooms and shit like that at comedy shows. I'm like, I can't even remember this shit sober, dog. And you're taking drugs up there? Crazy. But no, one time I was in a car full of my friends and we were playing the quiet game. This is some dumb shit. We were playing the quiet game. I was driving. We're in this girl's mom's brand new car, obviously. And it was like, first one to make a sound loses, playing some dumb shit like that. There were girls there. Obviously, you only die when girls are involved. And I just start heading towards a stop sign. Like full on, I'm going to drill this stop sign. And I'm just waiting for somebody to say something. No one says shit. And I go, fuck! I lost the quiet game and the car should have flipped 15,000 times. And like when it finally like settled, like when the car like it stopped like skidding and fishtailing and shit, and like we finally got it under control, I pressed the brake. Cringe moment of the week. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I went to get out of the car and the car wasn't in park. So it just fucking it kept going, dude. And everyone's like, ah! Should have died.
So my I almost died story came when I fell asleep when I was driving. I was nodding off while driving down a 2-lane road, and one of the times I woke up and realized that I was going off the side of the road, I whipped the wheel the other way and did a major overcorrection. Made the car spin 360 degrees around, somehow didn't flip it, but when I was all done spinning, I ended up being in the right lane, going the direction I initially was going on. So the other way that I could have almost died in that, besides going off the road, was a car ended up driving past me in the other lane about 60 seconds later. So had that initial spin happened about a minute later, that could have been ugly for both of us. Nope, I'm still here though, man. God is good.
Fuck. Good for you, dog. Boy, getting lucky. Oh my God, man. The way I've fallen asleep on 465 in full traffic. Who hasn't? Everybody's either so tired or so drunk driving. There's not one person that's sober. I'm convinced. And how come when you fall asleep when you're driving, it feels like you've been asleep for 17 hours? Oh, bro. so tired in the car. The things I'll do in the car to stay awake. And it's not like I'm working off 1 hour of sleep. When I'm tired in the car, it's just because it's so boring to drive. I'm just driving just down the road and I'm like, Jesus. It's warm in the car, you know? You're like, The motion gets me, and I'm a little bitch that would fall asleep in the car when I was a kid, like nonstop. My mom used to put me in the car. If I was like not going to sleep, she'd just put me in the car. Gone. You can put me in anything, bro. I'll any type of transportation. Planes, bye. Cars, bye. A jet, bye. Jet ski. Yeah, who's not falling asleep in the car? It's so easy. And it feels so good.
I was backpacking Guatemala last May, and I'm in the middle of the jungle at a hostel with a bunch of other random European tourists. And we
I wish I would never do anything like this. I kind of wish I did sometimes.
sign up for a cave tour. And we show up, and there's a 5-foot Guatemalan man, shirtless, with a giant tattoo of a beetle from his neck all the way down to his belly button.
Beetles
He was
are
our
so
guide.
ugly.
He gave us each a candle, and we headed off into the cave. No helmets, no safety protection. And there was like water up to our necks, and there's a rope, and we're like swimming and staying next to the rope with a candle in one hand. I hear a really loud sound, and I can't tell what it is because it's pitch black inside, and it's a waterfall, and there's a rope hanging down from the waterfall that he wants us to rappel up. And I literally thought I was going to slip on that shit and die and never be seen again with the Beetle Man tour guide.
You always wonder like how tour guides for shit like that became tour guides for shit like that. You're like, so this was it for you? And they're always so confident. You know? Yeah. Just jump off this rope right into this waterfall. It's like, dude, we don't do this shit every day. We're from the city. Nah, you're fine. It's always like the counselor guy. You're good. Scorpion tattooed on his leg. That's one thing I could never honestly do. I'll do a lot of stupid shit, but I don't think I could ever jump off of like, you know, people are like, cliff diving, bro. Come on, live a little. You should do it. You never do anything like this. You should. So there's no rocks. Every time I see a cliff diving video on the internet, something fucked up happens. I've never seen, it's like it doesn't count if you don't snap your leg. Somebody slips on a big ass wet rock. Duh! Because it's wet as fuck and it's a rock. Or someone like, you know, dude, I love these videos, but like when somebody that shouldn't be hanging onto a rope hangs onto a rope and then goes off the rock and then doesn't let go of the rope. Everyone's seen that video, or all 50 million of those videos. That would be me so hard. Don't let go at the right time and then just smack the fuck out of the side of a cliff. Nothing good has ever happened. People will jump into water like it's like there's nothing down there. I'm like, bro, what if there's a real sharp rock? I'll land on something, my dumb ass. I'll land on a fucking fish. And it'll go straight up my ass. I'll land on a swordfish. Let's keep going.
Not me, but I try to feed my brother to alligators.
Wait.
Not me, but I try to feed my brother to alligators.
Why? You know how bad you gotta hate your fucking brother? And that's a girl too. Girls usually like their siblings a little bit. But and they so would just eat that bitch in one gulp. Hey, animals, you can chew it. You can chew it. Part of me thinks like if I got swallowed by an alligator, I'd be cool. I'm a dumbass. But like me in an alligator's stomach, I think I'm getting out of there. That's some destructive shit. I don't know if I would have admitted that. But that seems more okay than like feeding a dog to an alligator. It does. I don't know why. It's like, why'd you feed your brother to an alligator? Like, he's being fucking annoying. All right, yeah.
All right, bro. So I was at a buddy's house and about to leave. It was, about 8:30 at night, about to leave. And he's like, hey, man, can you come over with me to help with a favor for my neighbor? Didn't ask any questions. Thought we were just going to probably be lifting a couch or moving a cherry wood desk or
Worst
something.
favor ever.
He said 10 minutes. So we stroll on over there, go up to the front door, knock on this the door, and this lady answers and she goes, okay, awesome. Thanks for you guys for coming over. I'm going to need you guys to go up to the master bedroom and serve these divorce papers. And I'm like thinking divorce papers again, thought we were moving furniture. Nope. We're serving this guy his divorce papers that he has no idea about. So we get up there, knock on the door. Dimitri, open up, knock, knock, knock. Dimitri, open up. Fuck, man. I thought we could let it rip for longer than a minute on these things. So,
keep going, babes.
So, all right, knock on the door. Dimitri, he ain't opening up. All right, okay, lady, she's like, well, what should we do? I'm like, well, we're not going to bust through the door. I'm like, does this guy have weapons or something in the bedroom? Yeah, of course. Yeah, he has 2 shotguns in the safe and a handgun. Ammunition in there? Yes, there is. Okay, lady, this is probably a job for the local county sheriff's department, not to dingbat neighbors that, are putting their lives at risk with a pissed off husband who is part of the Ukrainian mob or Russian mob or whatever. But that shit was wild. I thought we were going to leave. This dude was going to blow through that door like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Terminator. It was fucking wild.
Yo. Is it just me? But if my wife wanted to divorce me, I would be like, not mad. I'd be like, yeah, respect. If anybody's that mad about getting divorced, there's like something else going on. Like you get to lose, you lose half your shit. Perfect. I didn't want half of this shit anyway. I'm trying to get rid of some stuff. That's the reason you get divorced. Like we got too much clutter. You want to get divorced? Yeah, that's why I would never say yes to that. Oh, you got tricked into it, didn't you? Well, I would immediately leave. I'd be like, yo, how much are you paying us? Like, are you making us meatloaf and macaroni? Like, there's got to be some type of trade-off here. I'm not just going to go up in this weirdo's room and tell him he's getting divorced. And by the way, like me and my friend going up here telling this guy we're going to divorce, he probably thinks we're banging his wife or something like that. So, like, make sure you put ketchup on the meatloaf.
Dude, I got 2. All right, so the first one, I flipped my truck 3 times on the interstate and it slid on the hood of the truck all the way into the ditch. And thank God I didn't hit anyone. And I only had glass in my head and I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. Don't know how I lived through that one, but
wasn't
cool. The other one, my horse, one of them that I still have
can't wait
now,
to hear this,
reared up and fell over on top of me, like on top of all of like my torso and everything and my head. I was wearing a helmet, but all that he did was shattered my shoulder. And yeah, probably should have died then. A couple of times. But yeah, that's mine.
If a horse fell on top of me, the rage that would go through my body. Horses already scare the complete shit out of me. They have to be the scariest animal. Right? A shark, you never see them. Chickens and shit, who cares? A bear, never see him. And also bears, like if I saw a bear, I'd be like, do I like run away or do I give it a big hug and like sleep with it? Wolves, I'm like, okay, never seen that, but I hear them. Bro, if I saw a horse, like imagine walking at night on a street and there's a horse with his neck and head over a fence and you're on the other side walking. If I saw that shit, I would get so fucking, my mouth just watered because I got so scared thinking about it. Horses are the scariest. That big long ass face, weird alien eyes, and people are obsessed. Horses are terrifying. I feel like at any second a horse could just snap too and fuck you up. What are horses waiting on? Like a wild horse? Those things should just be running into the city and just breaking through windows and shit. I'm just waiting for the day one of those horses on the like that drag around the carriages. I'm just waiting for that fucking thing to snap and run through a Starbucks. You got that dun, 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 and I got the.
So the way I almost died, I almost went headfirst into a creek. When I was like 9, my family wanted to go to the snow for whatever reason. And so I had like one of those like saucers. And when I was going down the hill the first like 3 times, it was fun. Well, the 4th time, apparently I just forgot to use my feet to brake. And I just started like steering off to the left. And some guy had to grab me by my ankles and twirl me around. But if he wasn't there, baby girl's going to be head first into a creek, blood and all. So, needless to say, we don't like the snow.
Yeah, you gotta almost die when you go sledding. For sure. Or else it's not fun. I don't know what happens to me when snow is in play. I'm like, okay, full contact mode. I'll just get into violent mode. So if someone's sledding down a hill, I will run full speed at you and tackle you. I don't know why. I'm just like, we're in snow, so that's like a pretty big like mattress, you know? And we're all wearing like 4 pounds of clothes. That's pretty much like pads. I'm kind of indestructible in the snow. No fear. You could shoot me with a sawed-off shotgun. I'd be like, yeah. Are you going next down the hill or what's up? Right? Am I the only one that's complete combat mode when there's snow on the ground? I am taking people's legs out just cause. We're in the snow. I thought my feet were gonna have to get chopped off one time though, because I got so cold. Your toes ever get so cold, you're just like, yeah, damn, I'm gonna be one of those guys with no feet. Sledding. Don't know why I kept, like when you're a kid, bro, I feel like kids are almost tougher than adults sometimes. Cause my feet, I swear to God, I can't feel either of my toes because I just was sledding for 2 hours. Now, if I can't feel my feet, I'm out of commission. I'm gone. And like when dude, anybody ever push your face into the snow? I feel like that's something only my family did for some weird shit. But me and my sister would beat the piss out of me, dude. Because my sister's like a strong person, and she was probably like 14, and I was probably like 10, and she would ragdoll my shit and push my face into the snow and shit. I almost thought I was gonna die. It was like it just felt like my face was on fire for 4 days. The frostbite on my face. Should I skip going?
When I was younger, my friends and we played like that chicken fight game that you do in the pool. And I had my friend like on my shoulders, and I ended up falling, and I couldn't get up because she wouldn't get off of me. And I even had to hit her a couple times and nothing worked. So I almost drowned while playing chicken fight, and they thought it was hilarious. So, and I did not think it was that funny.
God, I've never died during chicken fight, but every time I play during, anytime I play chicken fight, someone's clothes always come off on accident. You ever fight so hard you just take somebody's clothes off? How come that's happened to me every time I've almost been in a fight? One time we were playing chicken fight and we were hanging on like monkey bars, which somehow seems like we're not able to say monkey bars anymore. But I was hanging on these monkey bars. This other guy was hanging on these monkey bars, and we had to, like, whoever kicks someone else first loses. I fucking took off the kid's pants with my feet. They were like, kick his ass. Oh fuck. He just took his pants off and I don't know why I just kept doing it. Like once they were halfway down, I was like, bro, your pants are coming off. You know how strong my feet are? Dude, my feet are monkey hands. I can crochet a blanket with these bitches. You know on Ripley's Believe It or Not, when they showed that lady that only did things with her feet because she had more coordination in them than her hands? That's me. I'm that bitch. Almost died playing chicken. All right, here we go.
So I'm on vacation in St. Lucia, and I'm having a great time, and one of the locals there offers me some fresh fruit called a key. And this shit was incredible. So I'm housing this stuff. Don't think anything of it. Get back to the room that night, and I'm feeling like shit. So I Googled, what is a key? And all that comes up are these articles that say, top 10 deadliest fruit banned in the U.S. Will die a slow and painful death. Do not eat. So I'm flipping shit. I'm losing my mind. So I go to the front desk at the resort we're staying at. And it turns out what they call a key and what Americans call a key are two completely different fruit. So I thought I was going to die a slow and painful death in this foreign country for eating a mango slice.
Yo, how good are you? Can we have a moment of silence for mangoes real quick? So underappreciated. Thank you. But damn. Yeah, how about is this a myth or not? Like the fruit that they have that like grows on bushes and shit in the woods that like deer's eat and stuff. How come we can't eat those? They're poison. I'm like, it looks like a raspberry to me. What about all the other raspberries I've eaten in my life? Are those not? Deer just having the time of their life at a buffet on a bush, and we can't even sniff that shit, or we'll get hives and die. It's poison. Yeah, I just want everybody. The reason this podcast is happening right now is for everybody to go have a pre-sliced mango tonight. It's the best fucking food, best fruit. Yeah, it's the best fruit. A dried mango? Have you had dried mango before? It's fucking, you can chew on it. It's chewy. It tastes good. Tastes like candy. There's nothing in it. I've eaten 4 bags of dried mangoes. And I was like, my stomach hurts a little bit. And then I realized I just ate 26 mangoes in 10 minutes, or 4 bags, no. So it'd probably be in like 2 hours. 2 hours, 26 mangoes. I was like, all right. Should have died then too. Let's keep going.
Dude, I almost died doing the Drinking Around the World Challenge at Epcot at Walt Disney World, and I had the worst experience with it. I had a beer in Mexico, beer in Norway, beer in China,
dude,
shot of Jaeger in Germany, sangria in Italy, a beer in America,
so fucked up,
hot sake in Japan,
dude,
and then I died in Morocco. I didn't even make it all the way around the world. The worst part wasn't me going to the hospital. to get IV fluids and liquids. It was the fact that my wallet fell out of my pocket while I was in the ambulance, and I had to go on a wild goose chase for a full month after that, trying to figure out where my wallet was. I had to cancel all my cards and everything, and then literally the week after I canceled all my cards, I found my wallet, and they got it taken care of. So that was not a fun experience.
Sounds like the most Disney World shit to me ever. Oh my God, who can make it around the world there? My fucking everybody's uncle. Everybody has one uncle that can just throw down. How come that happens every single time though? You lose your wallet, cancel all your cards. There's my wallet. Every single, you gotta get the Apple AirTag. This is not an ad. But those AirTags have saved me so much time. Not even kidding. If I can't find my wallet for 13 seconds, I'm like, all right. Going to the tags, girly. Yeah, it seems like I didn't even know they had that kind of shit in Disney World. I thought it was just all for kids. But that's what's going on at Disney World? Adults are just getting fucked up? No wonder, huh? I wouldn't stand a damn chance at Disney World because everything is so... All the rides, I'm like, I'm good on that, dude. I'm good on the Cinderella shit.
I almost died on the first weekend of my senior year in college because I went to a party and drank an entire fifth of red, white, and berry Smirnoff and like 6 Miller High Lifes. How I didn't go to the hospital remains a mystery.
How come red, white, and berry Smirnoff sounds so good? That 4th of July vodka. Man, nothing liquor brands like more than the 4th of July, bro. You can get me on the 4th of July. Make anything red, white, and blue. And I'm like, oh my God, with berries? What a night for you. What's it called? A half G? No, it's called a fifth and 6 Miller Lights. Sounds like breakfast in Indiana.
Hey, Benny. So I almost died when I went to go visit my friend in his office and he hugged me so tight. Apparently I started like convulsing. I like went down to the ground and I passed out. I woke up. Thank God. He was very excited and very scared all at the same time. I had no idea what had happened. But it was a really weird situation, but I didn't die. And even today we refer to it as the kill hug. Ta-ha, fuck.
Love you. If that happened to me and I was the hug guy, I wouldn't have told you. Does that make me evil? No. Nope. It makes me completely normal. If you almost kill somebody and they convulse and wake up and they're like, what happened? I'm going to be like, you tripped. Oh my God. I'm not fessing up. You kidding me? I almost killed you. I'm so sorry. Then you got to explain that. Nah, bro, you tripped. Let's keep going. 2 more.
Put a Papa Smurf toy up my ass, and I ended up with sepsis.
We got to run that back.
I put a Papa Smurf toy up my ass, and I ended up with sepsis.
We got it. I just get that this needs to be the intro. This needs to be every time I get a text, this plays.
I put a Papa Smurf toy up my ass, and I ended up with sepsis.
What the fuck is sepsis? Sepsis sounds like something that happens to your toilet when it won't flush. Body's extreme response to an infection. What was on the Smurf toy? Sepsis happens when you already have triggers, a chain reaction through your body. Oh, dude. My boy got sepsis from an action figure. How have I not done that? I'm kind of jealous. Papa Smurf right in the fucking poop chute. I just want to know what else you're putting up your ass, dog. Last one.
So the time I almost died is I was in Mexico and it was late night at this little, club bar, and I kind of just wander off to the stage by myself. I was with a group of 7 people, 5 of them were guys, and I just decided, let me just step off the side to myself, and I was very drunk, very under other influences, if you will. And then all of a sudden, this large Mexican man in all black comes up to me, and I thought, this is just, a security guard. He's looks like all the other security guards. Puts his arm around me, whispers in my ear, don't say anything. Starts pulling me towards the back. Mind you, I'm in this guy's armpit. He's massive. He starts pulling me towards the back. Thank goodness my guy friend was in reaching.
Whoa.
Okay, so thank goodness my guy friend was in reaching distance. So I grab him and I'm this is my boyfriend. And he's bro, back off. This is my girlfriend. And the guy was shut the fuck up. Whatever. Keeps trying to move me. The guy had my guy friend had to pull me away, out of this guy's grasp. And yeah, so that was a very traumatic.
What's homeboy doing?
I almost got taken in Mexico, and I can only assume pretty close to dying. Fuck. Still went back the next year though.
That a baby. Yeah, if you almost die, you gotta try it again. Why'd I sound like the EA Sports guy there? If you don't almost die, you gotta try it again. If you don't almost die, you gotta try it again. EA Sports. It's in the game. Taken in Mexico. How about every dad's fear since the movie Taken came out? It's just that. I don't want my daughter going anywhere. That's my fucking dad, bro. My sisters are oh, I gotta go to Illinois to pick up a package. My dad thinks he's fucking Liam Neeson at that moment. I have a certain set of skills. I'm bro, they're fine. They can fucking cross the border. Every dad ever thinks he's Liam Neeson now when their daughters do anything. You want me to fly there with you? I'll fly there with you. But you almost really got taken. What if he was just gonna make you some food and shit? That's what I think that's going to happen every second of the day. I think my stupid happy ass is going to be walking down the sidewalk and somebody's going to come up behind me with a rag and I'm just going to fall down. And when I wake up, I'm just going to be in an empty racquetball court or some shit, You ever think that? That's the place I don't want to wake up the most. It's either a Saw movie, but that's kind of played out. But if I was just in a racquetball court, I wake up in a racquetball court, I'd be fuck! I don't even need to be chained to anything. I wake up in my dad's living room and he's just watching film. I'm no. That's the next Espresso question of the week. If you get taken somewhere, what's your torture? Saw? Nah, it's okay. I could wake up there with a chain wrapped around my leg and only one way out. But if I wake up in a fucking football film room, fuck that! Ah! That's it for me, girly. That's it, baby. Shot 267. Fam, I love you. Join the Patreon for an extra episode every week and the live stream Sunday nights. Show dates dropping soon. Big shit popping soon. Is he gonna rap now? Is he a rapper now? But thanks for following on Instagram. I love you guys for real. I love this pod. There's nothing like this pod. I'm dead ass serious. And once the world finds out about this little thing we got going on, shit's gonna be different. But all right. Love you, fam. Thanks so much.